expecting things to get back on track. And right now we're watching some of the practicing happening, and we've got some competitors working on some things, tandems and what have you, while they still can, considering it's a late start. They're taking every chance they can to make sure they have this down. Big tandem pool. I believe there's 12 tandems. This is going to be a big year for the tandem side of WDC, and we're excited to see what happens. A lot of favorites returning that we haven't seen in a while, and a lot of newbies that we're waiting to see what they might bring. A dark horse or two, possibly, and then the solo side is stacked. So we're getting ready for that as well. What do we have here? I don't know who this young man is. I believe he's part of River City. Yeah. Ethan Rader. This is Ethan Rader, part of River City Drill. Ooh. As you can see, he's doing some OTHs here. A sneak preview of the routine as he practices in the forbidden practice area. Hopefully this lapel mic is picking me up okay. If anybody's actually watching, yeah, looks like there's 2 people watching. If people can hear me, that would be great. Let me know if I can be heard. Also, let us know in the chat if I should wear the lapel mic during my performance.
2 thumbs up in the chat for lapel mic during
2 thumbs up from the chat. Settles it. This is Ethan Rader. Who do we got here?
Yes, my cat places. Yo, yes, I can hear you.
Nice.
We're about to get ready for the tandem stuff.
I know we're perusing.
Testing out this gimbal still. Let's try and lock it on here.
I believe this is Isaac.
Catch the...
Yeah, I think this is Isaac Parsons.
Got it. All right.
Nice little one-handed Ike down to the knee.
Isaac Carson's doing a lot of flow in his routine. It's over here, under the leg, rising suns. Very flow heavy. His characterization.
Ask him can he share that link to the Facebook stream with me?
Oh, yeah. Can we share the link to the Facebook stream with Zyko?
It's just on YouTube, Independent Drill or Drill Dojo channel?
Drill
The Drill Dojo channel. Yeah, new thing. All right. So, Jackson, would you like to be interviewed by Anthony Arborn?
Would you like to be interviewed? Come on.
All right, Jackson
Worlds.
Rainwater.
Hi there, hi there. All right, so we're here with Jackson Blade Rainwater of River City Drill. And what are you excited for most in the tandem side of WDC?
Well, besides the obvious of me competing,
Well, yes.
I'm very excited to see what other people bring.
Of
I'm very
course.
excited to see like Trey Simmons. I'm excited to see Paulino make his
Yeah,
comeback
that's
with Marvin.
right. We have Lone Guard and Sin City, as always. And we're all excited to see what you bring out and what River City brings to the tandem table, because you guys don't normally have a huge tandem showing, and I think this year you guys are gonna have a big one.
We've been putting in the work for about a month and a half, 2 months.
Nice.
So
Okay.
it's a little bit more than we normally get. We have the Air Force Academy out here with Cats.
That's right.
Also
That's right.
River City, but then his tandem partner Nick. So I think they're going to have some really cool ceremonial stuff going on.
Of course. Now let's see about the solos. How ready are you for your solo this year?
I'm not making excuses. So I've had about a month of prep. So it's kind of...
That's more than a lot of people, including myself. But you always bring up with a strong showing and a lot of intensity. So I think we're all excited for that. What other solo would you say you're most excited for? Who do you think the crowd favorite is?
The crowd favorite.
Yeah, my personal thing is I think a lot of people are really excited for Cats.
Cats?
Cats. I think there's been a lot of people that have been really excited to see what he brings now that he's both Air Force Academy and River City. And he's made some big strides and big movements in the drill community. So I'm really pumped for Cats.
Seeing his run through that he did prior, I think he's going to have a very good showing. I think it's going to be something that's going to be talked about for a couple of years after this.
Very nice. Excellent.
I think, gosh, I'm excited for Paulino to see his comeback.
Of course.
I mean, I feel like everybody is. I'm also excited to see DJ and Cullen.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about what do you think about DJ and Cullen returning?
I don't know.
DJ especially. DJ, I mean, we were joking about it yesterday. He was saying it's only his second time here. And meanwhile, his first time here was a few years ago. So,
and his first time was a national title.
that's true. That's
so
also true.
maybe that brings something to the table.
Maybe, definitely.
I'm excited. I think predictions, no drops. Cullen, if he does a solid run through wins.
Okay.
Wins. I'm calling that
You
right
heard
now.
it here. Jackson is calling Cullen Morgan River City Drill, no drops, he wins.
He wins. His
right.
routine is stellar, powerful. He puts on the show like the judges look for, and the fact that he has Zyko as his head judge is a really big strong suit for him. Bringing out the tricks, bringing out just anything that he's catching, he's showing off, and it's not a trying.
Gotcha. Okay, well that's good. So I'm excited for Cullen especially. I think you guys, I was doing the numbers, and I think you guys have the most people representing you of all the groups that are being represented. So it's a big showing for River City in general, and I'm sure it's going to be very exciting. And a lot of you guys are towards the end of the pack, so it's going to be strong. It's going to be real strong.
It'd be awesome. a fun little show.
All right. Anything you want to say to the viewers?
If you decide to come out to Daytona, don't come out here stressed out. It's about having fun, meeting people, networking, meeting the people that you idolize, like Adam Juke. For me, when I was in high school, it was Sam Gozo and Andres Ryan. So whenever you get out here, meet people and talk to them, and don't just hide away in a corner. Be proactive when you're trying to meet people.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank
Always
you all.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, fantastic.
Thank you. That was interesting.
It's fun. It's the Drill Dojo live stream on YouTube here at Daytona Beach, Florida, for the World Drill Championships. And the same weekend is also the National High School Drill Team Championships. Ooh, here we have Flo, full BTB. Nice little cross plane there. Ooh, triple BTB. One hand triple power stomp. Let's see what he's doing here. OTHs. Oh, he just does them so low. Ooh, triple OTHs. Two. A third one. Triples. Very nice. Back ninja. And excellent march out. Heel toe. Very nice. Hoorah, that's Ethan Rader of River City Drill. Oh, it looks like we're about to start tandems. Judges have arrived. Looks like we have, I believe our head judge is Robert Zyko, former world champion Robert Zyko. Assisting him, it looks like we have a Chris Scanlon representing the Air Force. And I'm not familiar with the Navy or Marine judges. But they are regulars here at Nationals and Worlds, so they do know what they're doing. Chris Scanlon currently noting something on his keyboard.
Captain Zyko.
Captain. Oh, he's got a walkie-talkie. This is serious business now, folks.
YouTube right now, Drill Dojo channel.
Yes, we're on the Drill Dojo YouTube channel. Yes.
Share YouTube channel.
Share it. Everybody share the links if you're part of the ID page.
Scanlon. Maybe they can't acknowledge.
Excuse me, Airman.
Yes, Mr. Airman, sir.
We're going to see if we can get the judges over here for an interview.
Oh, we're opening up a Sin City Drill?
Yes, we are opening up with Sin City. I need to have the chart of the list. All right, looks like no interview with the head judges.
No, not like while you're judging, but like you want to do an interview. Okay.
Okay. No interview from the head judge. I said maybe said after. That would be great. We'll try to meet up with him once we're done with all the solo. Are we back? Are we back on?
Back on.
We're back on. We're here at Sin City. This is
Oh, so like, why would you replace that? Like is it like falling apart or?
the classic Sin City, one of the few groups, I don't know if we're on or not, but Sin City, one of the few groups that still teach their slings. I want to talk about that. Old school sling taping. Kind of crazy. It's the old meta that's going to become the new meta. The old new meta. That's duct tape? Yeah. Duct tape with the duck, right? Oh, yeah? That'd be good. It's high maintenance and proper practice. Yeah, come on down.
Yeah, you just got to turn it back on.
Do I have to turn mine on? Or my notes on?
All right.
All right. We are here with Alejandro Paulino,
Hello.
representing Sin City Drillers. First year back in a while.
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
Yes. How's that feel?
It's cool. It's bittersweet. This is kind of this will be like my last one for a while.
Okay.
But I'm really happy I'm here. Honestly.
Yeah, I think we're all very happy. We're excited to see you. We're
Yeah.
excited to see what Sin City's bringing to the table. What do you have to say about these guys? We have Nate and Isai here.
Good guys, good kids. 19 years old, real young, but
Okay.
real hungry. They really want to like prove themselves, perform,
Nice.
and they got a lot of potential. I'll tell you that.
Very cool.
A
Is
lot
this
of
their first year here at Daytona?
First year, everything. Yeah,
Wow.
first year.
That's fantastic. And to compete Worlds first year is kind of intense.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
very cool. What are some of the kind of things that you guys do to prepare for a competition like this?
Well, we like to meet up once a week,
Okay.
you know, and like for the last, like since January,
Mhm.
it was like once a week, every Wednesday for 2 hours, 1 hour and a half, and work on their tandems, help them with their tandems or our solos or
Very
whatnot,
cool,
and
very
just be together as a team as much as possible.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What other tandems would you say you're most excited to see, or maybe you feel like is the biggest competition to you guys?
Rainwater.
Rainwater.
Yeah,
Rainwater.
for
We were
sure.
talking to him earlier. Yeah, he's got
think
their
so.
strong, of course.
Cat's definitely, you know, him and his partner have a lot of like good stuff, and I mean anything can happen. I never want to be like too overly confident on like not being able to being
Right.
able to beat everyone else, because I could drop 8 times and you know
Yeah, anything. You're right.
anything could happen.
Anything
so
can happen.
Just got to be prepared.
How about solos? You got a nice, good draw, final on the field.
Yeah.
Does that add pressure, or does that make you feel better about it?
I actually love being last.
You love being
'cause
last?
I'm so used to it. Like I'm like, all right, I guess I just hang out all day, you know, have a couple meals and just rest. And but yeah, I feel pretty good about it.
That's awesome. Very cool. What other solos are you excited for?
DJ, definitely want to
yeah,
see him.
of course, the returning.
Rainwater, of course.
Mhm.
Trey Simmons,
Trey, yes,
yeah,
of course. Naturally,
and,
the world champ.
I think, and my boy right here, Isai, he's going, I believe, second or first in solo,
Wow, okay.
and he's got some good skills.
Ooh.
He's a
So
natural
he's going
talent.
to start us off strong then.
Start us off strong.
Very
That's
cool.
for sure.
It looks like they're getting ready to start, so I think we're going to go ahead and start looking at their routine.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for the
Yeah,
interview time. of
appreciate
course.
it, man. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. All right, so we are, you know, they're getting briefed by head judge, world champion Captain Zyko, and this is Sin City, Nate and Isai.
I'm gonna go grab the case.
And here we are currently signing clipboards. Zyko has hand weighed the rifle, make sure they are of proper weight. Are these world tandems? Yes, they are. My cat Blaze. These are world tandems. This is drill area J. If you are near or in the Ocean Center, we are in the annex. This is drill area J. Both the tandems and all of the solos, all of the tandems are going to be here for prelims. And then I believe medal round is set up to be tomorrow in the main arena. And we don't have a time yet as far as I know. And here we go. Strong, some good beats.
Say so myself. Very powerful, very strong. Sin City Driller is always very classy. What's up?
Are you live streaming?
I am live streaming.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone.
This is I'm over here with Mike Cole over at the streaming booth, which is right on the other side of this blue ribbon. And yeah, we're here to watch Sin City Driller. Great report in.
All right, strong
Perfect.
report in, solid. Let's see what
All
we have
right,
from here.
quarter steps, left-handed spin. We love to see that. Nice. Well, we're very much in sync.
Yeah, so it looks like they're starting off our tandem very strong. Again, these are, keep in mind, this is their first year ever attending Daytona. Their first year competing in Daytona, and it's the World Drill, and they're the first tandem up. And I gotta say, they are killing it so far.
These tap drills are very reminiscent of old Hawaiian school drill, which has
Absolutely.
become a signature of Alejandro Paulino and, as a consequence, the Sin City Drillers. See a lot more TikTok influences for my young yellow sling drillers out in the Drill Dojo. Take note, this is how you make those variations to make a difference.
Yes. This is the key. TikToks are great for tandems because when you can get the synchronization right and you can also do them alternating, it creates good rhythmic, but it also shows how in sync you are when all those hits are perfectly timed.
Excellent foot stop moving into the front of the body. We have a couple cross-planal activities going on. Moving to the side. The synchronicity is definitely there. We have a lot of rhythmic accuracy going on. Both of them quite in sync.
Yeah, so you know what, something that makes this look good is that not only they're both the same height and they both wear glasses. And it just adds to the uniform to such an extent that I would wonder if they both actually are wearing glasses for prescription needs or if it just turned into a uniform decision.
Back in 2018, when I was doing my tandem with Andres Ryan, we won that championships. I went so far as to go to tanning booths to look a little bit darker skinned, just like Andres. I lost a little bit of weight to look like Andres. And we made those physical differentials, and it made a difference. I mean, we blew everyone out the water that year, so winning by over 100 points.
That's right.
And so looking the same definitely makes a big difference when it comes to this tandem drill. But in this routine, we have so much Hawaiian influence there. This is a very traditional Hawaiian outro. And you love to see it from the boys out in Nevada.
I have a nice round of applause for Sin City, the first of the Sin City tandems. They have completed their first time ever at Daytona with a very solid run. No drops, not a whole lot of fumbles, everything pretty much in sync.
All right, we'll
Very
give them
exciting.
a moment to celebrate, but let's see if we can get them for an interview.
Yeah, let's go. All right, we're going to get Adam with an interview with Sin City.
Would you guys like to talk about the routine and get interviewed a little bit?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, how did you guys think it went out there?
It was pretty good. One of our better practices out there, to be honest. But we gave it our best. That's what mattered. And representing SCD as best we can.
I thought it was really in sync. I thought you guys performed really well together. What influences inspired that routine? How much came from yourselves or Alejandro Polino or even Hawaiian influence?
So our routine was mostly a mix of like kind of everything, like from like power style, but also kind of like also going into a bit of like more creativity and like a bit of flow, if that makes sense. As opposed to just being like power.
Absolutely. What's your experience in drill and how much did you prepare for this? Was this like a weekly meetup or every day? Or?
We were doing this for me, drilling for 5 years. And we practice like 3 times 4 times a week for sometimes 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, so practice was whenever because at the beginning we worked, work was getting in the way. We would work like closing shift 3 to 12, and sometimes our day offs would like not sync up and try our best as much as we can and whatnot. But we got through it.
Awesome. I thought you did it really, really well. Do you have any last words for our viewers? Any words of inspiration?
Drill hard.
Drill like you love it, because at the end of the day we're all drillers. It's just like it's a hobby like anything else. Like if you play video games, play soccer, basketball, whatever. And don't let anyone else discourage you. Like if you really want to do something, get out there. Don't let anyone else discourage you. Be confident.
Awesome. Thank you. I think it went really well. I hope to see you on the podium later. Congratulations. All the way through. All right.
All right, so that was Adam with Sign 8 from Sin City. First run of the tandems. Great stuff. I like what he said about drill like you love it. Definitely speaks home. So now I have, I believe, these two are former Patriot Guard. Is that right?
They do have the Patriot Guard emblems on
Yeah,
their
they do
epaulets
have
there.
their-
But I think what's very cool is that they're drilling with wooden stocks, which is
Yes.
a rarity in the era of New Guard America. So back in
Wooden-
the day, as you know,
Of course.
for viewers, some of you may not know, plastic and wood stocks were all we had, which means anytime someone threw like a quad, that means they've probably broken many, many stocks.
Of course.
So these things are definitely very fragile, definitely a little limited, but I'm very interested to see what they do. We're starting out very interesting with request to enter the drill pad before the report in. I always think that's a great call. I've always been a big fan of not doing report ins and doing that, but no one's ever done it. I think they are going to move to report in. But what a nice sign of respect.
Of course. I do like the finish on the rifles. Like you said, the wood, but these aren't just a wood style. They're lacquered, they're clear. It's nice, they're polished, they look clean. It's like a little bit of
Excellent. Starting strong with the Statue of Liberty single right shoulder toss. Moving into modified regulation. There's our single spin. Perfect. Good synchronicity so far.
It's a good cadence.
Their footwork really what stands out. I think you're going to see a lot of people who just walk across the pad. It's very clear they're marching. I think their footwork is a phenomenal
Absolutely.
aspect of this. And the way they're blending exhibition and regulation, I think it's going to make a big difference for them.
Oh, single down to Queen Anne salute. It's like a weird hat.
If anyone's there in chat, can you let us know if you could hear us okay and whether the stream is doing all right? Excellent. I like the way that they're rotating. This is another TikTok variation heavy kind of routine.
It's a good cadence switch. It is something on there that judges will look for is if your cadence is changing, if you're doing something varying in the speed and cadence of your routine and your movements.
If you're just tuning in, you're here with the World Drill Championships in Daytona, Florida for the tandem event. There are 12 tandemists who signed up. One thing that I'd love to see that a lot of tandems have kind of forgotten to do is that exchange there. Changing the rifle makes a big difference.
Yeah, shoulder. Another cadence change.
Right, splitting through the pad. You're going to see synchronized action across pad, different corners.
There you go.
It's an interesting strategy. It does pivot kind of all attention onto one person for each judge.
Right.
So in this kind of instance, you want to go for matching sound because everything you do with sound is going to make a big, big difference.
And that's one thing that I think is with these rifles that might be hurting them is that these rifles don't have a lot of sound coming out of them a lot of the time. They aren't very loose. Probably all that lacquer and the wood. It's absorbing a lot of the sound and not letting it escape.
Open bolt drills, very interesting. I love that capacity. In the past, I've definitely done a little bit of like for showmanship points, opening the bolt.
Oh, of course.
Making some cool stuff. That was an interesting TikTok variation I saw there. Reaching over to get that K aerial
Yeah.
TikTok is something you don't see very often.
No.
Another series of rifle exchanges.
It's something that's so nice about when these alumni decide to compete is that they're typically bringing back something from their unit. And for the people that are independent and part of all these teams, being able to bring something back to that unit is something that makes it stand out in Worlds.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's whenever you see old I don't want to say retired, but high school graduates who are representing some part of their high school, you get a lot of tradition.
They bring
comes
that, yeah,
to-
they bring that old, and that's when you really see stuff stand out. 'Cause they're not spending every day on the dojo, they're not spending every day on ID. So they're bringing back something from their unit, and that's making them stand out on this stage. And there's the support from the other former Patriot Guard bringing quite
I'm
a
not
few
sure it's
tandems.
Patriot Guard,
I don't think it
actually.
is. I don't know
No.
who it is.
PG, what is there?
I don't know. PG might be something else.
Are you guys? Would you guys like to get interviewed? We're live with the Drill Dojo channel. There's only like 6 people on right now, but if you'd like to get interviewed,
You're live, apparently.
you're live. Yeah.
You're
So
live.
tell your friends and family. They'll be able to actually go scrolling back and see how you've done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Here, I want to give you this guy. All right. So I see the PG on your shoulders. What team do you represent?
We're from St. Louis University, Missouri, and we're from Parks Guard.
Parks Guard. Excellent. How do you think it went out there?
I think we did good. It's my first time competing, so for first time competitions, I feel pretty good. I think it was pretty decent, but there's always room for improvement to that.
Of course, but there's always room for celebration as well, because I thought it went really well. You guys did a lot of really unique styles. You have the wooden rifles. Is that part of your school? I mean, no one uses wood anymore.
Yeah, we only use it when we compete. We usually use fiber plastic, but we only use it like for actual competition because it's very rare and there's not a lot of it. Once you drop it and break it, you can't do anything to repair it. So.
No, that's amazing. So how long have you guys been drilling?
This is my second year. This is my first year.
Wow, that was phenomenal performance for second year and first year. So you didn't do this in high school at all?
I did for 4 years.
For 4 years, okay.
Yes, this is my first year.
That's fantastic. Well, welcome out to the Drill Dojo Championships. I hope you're having a really great time out here.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any words of advice for anybody who's interested in coming but, just may not feel like they're up for the challenge?
I just think having the experience of competing, you don't necessarily need to win, but just having that experience is definitely very helpful. So.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. With Drill Dojo, so people will go to see it. Thank you.
It looks like there's going to be a.
Oh, yeah. Go initial the judges' briefing paper, so that way you'll be all right.
Looks like the judges need them for something.
So, that was Parks Guard from Missouri.
Parks Guard from Missouri.
And
That's what
looks like-
all of these guys are from here. And I know that, I'm pretty sure they have actually 2 more tandems. I think they brought 3 tandems, maybe 4. I think that's
Fantastic.
our big stack of the tandem pool.
I love to see.
And it looks like these 2 right here in front of us are what's coming up next.
That's great. It's great to see some universities taking part in this World
Absolutely, yeah. We need some more. I know in the past we've seen what's the Blue Ridge? Is Georgia? Is that it?
Blue Ridge, Georgia.
Yeah. And they've been called. So this
How are
is
you
more
having
of,
fun?
Parks Guard.
Well, we're
from
gonna have
Missouri.
a competition over here, but soon an interview with a young child.
Soon an interview with a young child.
You're alone for a minute.
All right. So we've got this. I'm going to try to get more of a head judge's perspective. If I can. From right here? Yeah, let's try it. Here we have Air Force Judge Chris Scanlon eyeing them down from afar as Zyko inspects their uniforms and their rifles, talks to them. I'm pretty sure this is, I think for all of them, this is their first year at Worlds. So whether or not it's their first year competing, as it was with that one young woman, who knows? All right, so it looks like they're getting ready to start. Now, here's the real question, right? A lot of times when we see different teams from the same school, we see very similar routine styles, and that makes it tricky. So what we really want to see is something that stands out from what we just saw. So we're going to find out.
Sir, take those inputs and preparation into your drill bit, sir. Thank you, sir.
Again, we see the reporting or the request to enter prior to a report in. We have entered the field using rifle commands, slams and hits to indicate what to do and when. Very interesting. They are in step. All their movements are synchronized, so overall it looks good. Trying to get this camera going down.
Sir, Sergeant Rader. Expedition drill, sir. Thank you, sir.
And we have some cool movements. Oh, what a spear throwing exchange is exciting, always. And then we have more exchanges happening. More exchanges. This is great. Always having good exchanges. Again, they're using what look like wooden rifles. And so far, this is starting off pretty good. And it's different. It's different from the last two, the last tandem we saw from the same unit. And like I said, that's something that's big. When you have multiple groups from the same unit or from the same team, you don't want them to be too similar. Otherwise, how do you stand out from those? Another TikTok sequence, this time marching around in a circle. That's something unique. We definitely don't see that every day in a tandem world. Usually it's a lot of pivots, not so much circles. They seem to be relatively synced up. We got another sequence here. Looks like there might be an exchange coming. Yep, there it is. Ooh, and we have a drop. Encouragement from the crowd, telling them to keep it going. There we go. Turning it around. A lot of people videoing here, and certainly is a challenge. Got some TikTok sequences happening in front of them again. I am expecting at least one more exchange based off of the fact they're still facing each other. Oh, here they go. They've changed their facing. I spoke too soon. For those of you who are curious what you're watching, this is the World Drill Championships Tandem. This is our third tandem group of the day. We are in Drill Area J, at the annex of the Ocean Center. The voice you're hearing, this is Anthony Ardborn. I will be competing in solos later on. And periodically, Adam's around here. He's been doing interviews with the competitors. And now these two are reporting out. So again, this is from Missouri, part of an ROTC unit, college ROTC unit in Missouri, and their team name is the Parks Guard. So that's what the PG on their epaulets are. And they have exited the drill pad. And there they are, indeed. Do I have an Adam? I don't have an Adam. Very nice, very cool. Let's go ahead, let's see what's going to happen. All right. That's a good run. Now lining up on the pad. It's going to be a while. Judges have to finish their scoring. Testing chat. There's the chat. here we have from Singapore, representing the Street Elite. These two cadets have made I believe it was a 27-hour trip from Singapore to be here for this moment, for this day in Daytona Beach, Florida. Repping Street Elite and Singapore, as you can see from the flags on their uniforms. They are looking sharp. Love the green stocks with the purple slings. Singapore flag emblems on their covers. Flag emblems on their shirts. I don't want to butcher their names, so I'm not going to say it. These are our fourth competitors. They're from Singapore and representing the Street Elite. Anybody who knows about Street Elite knows one thing: green means go. If you look in the background there, we have a wild cats beginning his uniform preparations. As we wait here for the judges, we have some other supporters. I would I would have tried to interview the last people, but it's difficult while holding the camera and the mic and trying to ask these questions. We have a cameraman from California doing dances over on the right, and here we have the potential stars of this next run, and potentially the stars of the World Drill Championships for 2023. Here we have a special appearance from Andres Ryan, two-time, actually more than two-time, multiple-time world champion in several categories. And founder of the Elite, offering some encouraging words and support. So here they have their, there we go. Try to get, I'm gonna try to get over this line real quick. So we can see what they're doing. So right there, they're there. Zyko giving them the interview, the rundown of the score sheet. How many tandems have gone so far? This is our fourth for Pablo's place here. This is our fourth currently. So 3 have gone. We had Sin City start us off. And we had Parks Guard 1, Parks Guard 2. This is now Street Elite, Singapore. And then I think we have, I don't know who exactly is up next. I want to say it's another Parks Guard team, but we'll see. All right. Moving quickly, came out with intensity and fury. Well, they are moving rather quick. Keeping up on the camera is difficult with the gimbal. doing some very cool tech things. Again, this is another example of TikTok-based variants, and now we're going to exchanges. This is a fast-paced routine, a lot of very quick transitions from one thing to the next. Nice little tandem flow sequence. Looks very nice. Synchronized foot stomp. Got a bit out of sync there, but they're going to come back from that. Back in the sync. And here's those TikToks again with a knee stomp. Sweet touch sequence. Aerial shoulder catch. These are no-look singles to a spurt stomp, synchronized slam. And it seems like they're getting ready for a report out pretty soon here. Yeah, it's a nice big aerial. Oh! And the question is, everybody will always ask in a moment like that, is that a drop or not? It really does depend on the judge and whether they deemed rifle was no longer under the control of the performer and competitor. Nice. Excellent triple exchange, reminiscent of old NGA and the Rens, where the rifles are exchanged, but you do it by throwing the rifles up, and the competitors actually switch places, not the rifles. They have exited the field. And in typical Street Elite fashion, they will be marching all the way out. I doubt they'll be available for interviews anytime soon. But again, it is rather typical of Street Elite performers to march completely out of the field. Standing next to me is a legend in his own right, Matt Perot. Here to both spectate and offer his critiques and criticisms. Do you have the lineup? We just saw Singapore go. They marched over there. I didn't get an interview with the second Parks team.
That's okay.
I'm back with Adam Juke now. Judges are going, and it looks like, yes, it looks like there's another Parks team that's going to be coming up. That was our fourth tandem. Sorry if my conversations are ending up here. As you can see, the spectators here, we've got some Air Force Academy people. Earlier we saw the Air Force drill team was here, and they were practicing right here on this pad. And you can kind of see the area. We've got a nice gathering of some fans, some supporters, some drillers around the field. Right over there is the main hall. There's our drill area J. How many tandems? Oh, we saw that already. Yeah, that was our fourth. We were 4 tandems in officially. We completed 4 tandems.
No, that's like. Oh, okay.
That's interesting. We're trying to make sure that everything stays on batteries. Is mine? Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna try to pass the camera to Adam real quick. Can I pass you the camera?
Yeah, I know. It kind of gets a little.
I guess a little bit. When it's one hand and you're like, I'm over here because everybody was trying to film Singapore. Now there's a new chat. What's it say?
How many teams have gone on so far?
When solos? Solos is supposed to start originally, but we're running back. Solos were going to start at like 2 or something. I want to say it was right around 2:30 that solos were going to start. So now I would imagine it's going to be closer to 3.
Are you wanting to be the Singapore guys?
We could do that. This. Oh, hello. Great run. Would you guys be interested in doing an interview on the Dojo YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Hi there. Would you be interested in doing an interview on the Dojo YouTube channel?
Can we do it outside? Like, I don't want to disturb them. Okay.
It'll be quick. It'll be quick. So,
Come here.
all right. So I think the main thing is you guys got here earlier this week. I think that's right in Florida.
Like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, how have you guys liked Florida so far?
Florida, it's actually great. Some things are interesting, some weird.
Okay.
Florida.
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Florida
I don't
things.
know,
we are one of the most memed states.
It is.
What did you guys think about? What's it like being here at this event? How long have you been preparing this routine and for this moment?
I think this routine has been
About 2 months.
about 2 months.
Yep.
2
Yeah.
months. Okay.
But what's it like being here? I think honestly the best part about being here is here with no competition. You know,
Okay.
I know we signed up for a competition, but it's like I think drill is best when we are here to inspire younger people, you know, or like have fun together.
Absolutely.
You know, civilly, you know.
For
Yeah.
me personally, it's
Yeah.
like a dream come true. Yeah, it's like back then, 3 to 4 years ago, it's like we are watching all the videos, and it's like I will wish that I will be here someday. And today, I made it here.
You made it here. That's great.
It's all him, honestly.
Really? You're the key. So
Yeah,
okay.
he's the one, the man, the him.
He's the one. All right. Very awesome. Well, thank you both. You had a great run.
Thank
We're
you.
excited to see how you guys turn out. And then do you each have solos?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. We're super excited for that. Awesome. Great job.
Thank you.
Pleasure talking to you. And I'm sure we'll talk to you again after the solos.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Now we have the next Parks team. So this is again the school from Missouri. We're back to the wooden rifles. Well, that's a cool exchange. So we saw, what we might think of as a rather normal shoulder toss exchange, but then the back person doing a weird underarm pass. Now we have backwards action. Very nice. Very reminiscent of some of the Army exchange styles. Is this an Army unit?
I don't know.
I don't know. A synchronized open bolt sequence. Nifty close. And of course, they remembered to pull the trigger. Always remember to pull the trigger if you're using a D-mill and you open the bolt and close it. You have a very interesting right shoulder. Bring it all the way out and bring it back. We have Statue of Liberty to the exchange. Ooh. Very cool lateral sequence. Spear throw down to the knee. A bolt is gone. Usually that happens because there was a safety latch that was got switched probably in that grab. No problem. We're hoping one of the judges maybe picks it up. It is kind of interesting because now one of the rifles is lighter and balanced slightly different as a result of not having a bolt. And yes, looks like Captain Zyko did remove the bolt for safety, leaving it by his cone. That's interesting. They have reported out from the right side of the field. That's a new one. I think I've seen this potentially once before. They're speeding out of the field. And there they are. They're done. Very cool. We're on the live stream for the dojo.
Wait, I just don't realize what the hell. Yeah.
Listen, we're not military. We don't have to shave.
Does not take off points.
I mean, yeah, they're not going to give you a perfect uniform score, but maybe that's true. They have appearance, yeah. At some level, I think they're starting to understand the importance of civilian versus military. If someone's military, yes, grade them as harshly as possible, but civilian.
Most international military.
Right.
We have here a fine young gentleman.
It's fine. How do you get? I was trying to figure out how to get it to zoom in.
You gotta pinch the screen,
Oh,
and then you can zoom all the way in.
all the way into this
To
fine,
this
young
beautiful,
man, this fine specimen
beautiful driller.
of a human male. Look at the contemplation, the thought.
We're here,
Oh, the thoughts he thinks.
not in Daytona, Florida, but in Chris Scanlon's home.
That's right. We've made it back to Ohio or Kentucky, whatever made-up state he's from.
He's thinking. What do you think thoughts going through his head?
I think
he's thinking of flip resets, rainbows.
I think he's thinking about how uncomfortable that pencil is to hold.
Ah, bet he's wondering if that shade of blue is better than the army.
While trying to figure out if he can take that clipboard home with him.
Do you think he's thinking about how to count to 30?
Maybe. He could also be thinking about how to subtract from 300.
Wow.
There's a
Wow.
lot of possibilities.
That's so deep. I bet he's wondering whether or not badgers dig holes or live in trees. I don't know.
He's got the thought in his head.
I don't know, but I'm reading his mind. I mean, I'm not thinking that.
As he writes down the scores, he's got to be wondering: is this score more or less than the amount of wood a woodchuck could chuck?
Do you think a woodchuck could chuck wood? If a woodchuck could chuck wood?
I think that they could chuck wood, but how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? Assuming a woodchuck could chuck the wood.
Welcome to Philosophy Tube.
We'll be starting the Drill Dojo philosophy curriculum soon. Instead of slings or chips, you'll just get boxes of empty air to store your
Mastering
thought.
Kierkegaard for white thoughts.
That's it.
We'll get Kant for yellow thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Albert Camus has to be black level thoughts, though.
Yeah.
Gotta love absurdism.
Right.
Because when you think about it, we are just on a blue marble floating through space with no point, no reason, no purpose. And that's, of course, existentialism, but absurdism takes it one step further and says, so what? Let's put on shirts with little fancy bits around the upper part of the neck.
Yeah.
And let's throw something used as an instrument of war. And let's make something beautiful out of combining those two factors.
It's true.
And grade people on how tight their shirt clings to the underside of their pants.
I'll tell you, I don't know about my shirt, but I can tell you my pants cannot possibly be tighter. Took me 5 full minutes just to get them on.
All right, you're here with Adam Juke.
I'm
This is
Anthony Arborn.
We're here with Park Guard out of Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, these are from Missouri. This is Parks Guard. This is the third routine. This is the fourth routine from Parks Guard, actually.
Newcomers to the scene here.
Now, did they also request to enter?
They sure did.
They did? Okay. Because every other team has. That is a very close dress.
Extra close interval march.
Extra close interval, is it?
Fantastic
Yeah, I like it.
regulation drill to start it off.
Yeah.
We got good single right shoulder toss. Again, they're coming out strong with the wooden rifles. Wooden rifles, of course, make things very difficult because any sort of drop means that you've lost.
That was a
hundreds
cool
of dollars.
exchange. A lot of people may not have even noticed the exchange. Quite under wraps. I think this school is a good example of sticking to the strengths. The students that were able to hit the bigger moves and hit that speed did it, and the students that seem to be learning or a little bit newer are sticking to their strengths as well, with a lot more regulation in marching. They're not overtly pushing themselves to do things that are beyond their abilities.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we've had a drop-free Daytona so far.
We've had a drop for no. No, there was one from Parks Guard that dropped.
Oh, I must have
And
missed
then
that.
on the Singapore side, there was a fumble.
Fumbles don't count. 25
Well,
points.
that's the question is do the judges determine if he lost control of the rifle or not? Because part of the rifle did hit the deck and slide.
I saw that. They definitely had a hand on it.
I think so. I think.
Singapore treated with
How
this.
many cool cheese in your back pockets?
Okay.
All right, we have a little D-Sync. Arm shot. Now we're on to TikTok variation.
Parks Guard really likes splitting the pad. They've definitely taken field control. It's something that's very important.
Yes.
So there is no official designation for taking up as much of the pad as you can. However, there's always something to be said about making the judges move for you. It demonstrates a lot of control, a lot of practice, and a lot of foresight to be able to give a show to kind of everybody around the pad.
Yes. Another bolt is gone.
Excellent adjustment, just to carry on.
This is the second Parks team that's lost a bolt, and it's got to really call into question the state of their rifles and how they're maintaining them. They've been able to continue going on both cases, but this is the second time that during an unbolting, the bolt has flown out of the rifle. Now, just like the last time, this throws off the balance and weight of one of the rifles for them. And we're going to see what kind of effect that may have.
Indeed.
They're at the report out, so.
Got a very nice, very
elegant picking up of the bolt from the Air Force judge.
great field awareness from Chris Scanlon, the beautiful man himself. Is he 6'4", 6'5"?
I think in those shoes he's 7 feet.
With the cover?
With the cover too, the cover and the garrison. We need a measurement.
Just magnificent.
Chris Scanlon has acknowledged us. Our lives are now complete. He's acknowledged you all watching the stream. You should feel honored and blessed.
He glanced in my direction. He noticed me.
He noticed you.
Excellent. All right. So it has been officially 1 hour of streaming. We're going to take a short break here. I'm going to pull off stream, check my battery, make sure everything's set up. Make sure that I'm going to be good to go for the solos. We're going to see you. Oh, no. You know what? You know what? You know what?
I
think
it might be
gonna
cats.
stay.
It might be cats. Let's see if I can find out. Quick, insider information. I need insider information. Are they next?
Yeah, so.
Okay.
We're after them, right? No, you're after
it does seem like Air Force Academy is next with
next.
Andrew Katz, and I don't know who his partner is actually.
Air Force Academy, boys, let's go.
So again, this is, as much as Katz is in fact River City Drill, he's representing the Air Force Academy in his tandem with another Air Force Academy cadet. They are both using, look like Sprazy 1903s. Yeah, Sprazy 1903s, no bolt, NGA stocks. The Drill Dojo Pro slings, and it looks like a 6-inch blade on the rifle.
They are the 6-inch specials. This routine is, of course, highly anticipated. These are Air Force Academy cadets who are a very active in the drill community since even before being in the Air Force Academy. They've been taking this very seriously. This is one of the most anticipated tandem routines of the entire year.
Absolutely.
I'm very excited.
I think everybody's very excited. This is a big one. Andrew Katz, obviously a popular one in the drill community with activity on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Black Sling Driller and his partner that I wish we had more information on. But this man does not look like he is any slouch with a weapon either. And I would say anybody who's been drilling and practicing with Katz is probably probably a force to be reckoned with.
If you're at home and you're wondering when to start sharing this with your friends, this would be the time. Send this link out.
This is the one.
We are going to take a short break on stream sometime so I can make sure everything's set up for solos. But we're going to make sure we have an entire full stream for finals tomorrow. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Have they announced the time for finals tomorrow?
I don't believe they have.
Yeah, okay.
Well, maybe they have, but I haven't been paying attention. We're here while we're here.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying us to live stream.
That's true. This is it. That's how we do.
Again, you're
I have
here
a
with
fuzzy
me,
lapel.
Adam Jupe, and this is Micah Patriot.
Anthony Arborn. And right behind us, actually, if we can turn, we have Reese Fitzgerald here.
Excellent.
Okay.
Here with the River City.
Here supporting River City.
jersey.
Got the jersey.
This is interesting.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about Katz, his partner here.
So Katz's tandem partner actually grew up doing exhibition drill in high school, and then he joined the Air Force as an enlistman, and then he went to the academy, and from that point on, he and Katz met, and they rewrote history with the Air Force Academy, competing at NatCon, and now they're here at Worlds doing their thing.
Excellent. Thanks for the insight.
Let's go, boys.
Starting off very strong, very synchronized. Their
Keeping it
rifles
crisp.
sound heavenly.
The very last line of the scorecard is military flavor. I think they're playing into that very well. Proving very, very solidly that the Air Force is military. Very crisp. There we go.
Very good at reporting. It's got those layers. Your front man down on the knee, back man sitting up. You get to see both faces on the same line. It's very important that the judges can see all of the members.
Here we are. We're going with the crisp military route. This is very ceremonial in style. With a little bit of extra
now we have
thrown in.
now we have some speed and some.
I do wonder if they're going to throw in a little bit of more high-octane, adventurous stuff here, or if they're going to keep it very ceremonial across the board. Here it is. Very clean and crisp. This reminds me of the 2010 U.S. Army drill team tandem. I believe it was,
I
with
remember that
Andres
one.
Ryan and his partner with the old guard. This feels very similar to that. That tandem, of course, got second place.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
So hopefully these guys can get military flavor points to get first.
Of course.
Here it comes. Very nice. Crispy double left.
A little bit of a
Ball
stumble
behind the
there,
back.
but nothing they
Okay.
can't come back to. Looks like someone's waiting in a pocket. There we go.
We're picking it up.
And they are
Sometimes
back.
it'll almost
They're
happen.
here back
There you
in.
go.
Sometimes that's what it takes. You have a little bit of luck, but you get back to it.
I think it's important to mention how hard it is to drill in those uniforms. Those long sleeves are very tight, very hard to lift your hands. You can see it bunching up on the shoulders.
Yep.
That means every time they go and throw a rifle into the air, they're not just throwing 10 pounds of rifle, but they're also fighting 10 more pounds of force on their
uniform,
shoulders.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a very difficult thing to do, to be able to drill any sort of style that does anything higher than. Ooh, that was a nice transition there.
It was. Now, on top of the uniform, they're wearing combo covers, which have their own set of difficulty. Anything that's going over the head or behind the head is its own set of difficulty, just to be able to do it with a combo cover.
Indeed. There it is. It's starting to pick up some pace here with the beginners. A little bit early jitters. I think they were all worn out now. And we're in a very comfortable segment here. some of these segments I actually recognize from the U.S. Air Force
Yeah.
Ceremonial Honor Guard. They do very similar aspects, especially the spin, spin, stop segment we saw
Yes.
just a moment ago. So their source of inspiration is definitely from the ceremonial side of things.
What an exciting report out.
That is a showmanship buff. Very creative use of the bayonet. Nothing harder than a triple, of course, but
Right,
it made
and
it so much more intense.
Oh yeah, I mean just to throw it, have the bayonet going in between the rifle and the person throwing it, and catching it while someone's holding a rifle there. It was an excellent routine, an excellent march out. The United States Air Force Academy has made their statement here at the World Drill Championships in Daytona.
If you were looking for history to be made, history has been made. I remember, actually, I wanted to go to the Air Force Academy when I was in high school. This was back in 2007. They didn't have a drill team back then, so to establish a drill team that is world class and has a solid chance of making the podium high, fantastic job.
Absolutely. I'll let them do their congrats. And then, do you want to do the interview for them?
Yeah, I'd love to.
This man's not done. He's going back to do it. He's going to continue drilling.
We're in it to win.
That's something.
Here.
Imagine that. You walk off a field after a great run, and your first urge is to throw the rifle up again. Would you guys like to do an interview with Adam Juke?
Interview on Drill Dojo YouTube channel. We're live right now.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So, I'm gonna give you this.
Yeah, I can see all of you. Yep.
All right. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, where you're from, and how you got here.
I am colloquially Cadet Third Class Nick DiDomenico. I'm from South Jersey, Carnegie Point to be exact. And you said that last question was why I came here, was it?
Yeah, how you got to this point?
Well, I'll be honest. This guy, he got me into it again. I did a little bit, just a little bit in high school. Did the honor guard when I was enlisted, but I went to the academy with him, and he spotted me. We were out in the cheer team doing some work, and now we're here. So I couldn't be any happier.
Fantastic. What about you? You're a veteran out here.
Yeah. I'm Andrew Katz. I'm from Texas, military kids. I moved around, but I call Texas my home. And we're both from the United States Air Force Academy. We attend right now. And the story of how I got here is pretty long. It feels like a fever dream now. But it was just YouTube. I saw Drill Dojo. Or back then it was independent drill. It was during COVID times. I started teaching myself drill. And it was my goal to come here to compete. And now I'm here. So that's how. And then he told us how we met. So that's our story.
Fantastic. I saw a lot of familiar segments, very military in flavor. Can you talk about some of the inspiration for your sequencing?
Oh yeah. Well, we like to we compliment each other on how we perform. I know that I'm weak in flow, working on that, of course. And he's a pro. I mean, you've seen him before, veteran out here. It's my first time out at Worlds, but from the honor guard training that I had, when I was in high school, and when I did do some honor guard, those were the manuals that I was taught, and the ones that I like a lot. I very much appreciate the ceremonial style. And that doesn't mean that flow is bad at all. That's some winning material right there, I'll tell you what. But we wanted to slow it down, make something a little different for this duo. And I think it went pretty good.
Excellent. And so there was that moment at the end, the critical moment where the bayonet flies in front of your face and you have to throw the triple. Where did that sequencing come from? How did you think of it, and how did it go in the pad?
So I really credit most of this routine to Nick. All those manuals and stuff he taught me from his experience. He got that from a naval ceremonial team. We saw it on YouTube, and so it was like a similar move, but it was a double. And he put his own twist to it with the honor guard shootout, and that was a scary move when we first learned it because I couldn't see it. But I'm glad it worked out. It was awesome. I credit it to this guy right here.
Fantastic. Very well job. Very good job. I hope you guys have a great time here in Daytona. I hope you guys make podium. I hope you guys get first. I think you guys got a great shot. The ceremonial thing goes over super well in an arena like this. So you guys did wonderful. I hope you feel really good about it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure.
All right, so that was the United States Air Force Academy with their tandem event going on. We've got another Parks Guard coming up.
Yes.
We're going to use this opportunity. We apologize for Parks Guard. It has been 72 minutes and battery's starting to get a little bit low. So I want to get situated over here with my cell phone. This is just being streamed for fun. So it's on and off. I mean, it's just we're testing out some setups. Basically, most of this is going to be building towards finals round for tomorrow. So we're just kind of taking it a little bit easy. We're going to get some solos in here. Probably going to pop live for hyped up routines and then pop down for a little bit. Get a little bit downtime because this is just a little hobby for us. So we appreciate you tuning in. Just keep refreshing the page. Turn on notifications. Hit that bell. I don't usually recommend that because when I upload dump. But for this weekend, hit that bell. Get those notifications. All right. Appreciate you tuning in today. We'll be back.